talk to you briefly about neckbeards. Now, what's a neckbeard? It's a big fat guy that has a neckbeard that doesn't realize he is absolutely repulsive to the opposite sex. Or sometimes he does realize, but then rather than work on himself and have a look at his flaws and faults, whether they be physical, mental, emotional, or whether he's stunted in a particular area of his life, whether he's not doing well in working and making money, whatever it is, rather than work on him, he's going to flip it around and he's going to hate you, sister. Yeah, people like me. I've made a video, I haven't put it up yet, but I discussed the whole notion of being attractive and what that means. Attractive doesn't necessarily mean, oh my god, I'm so hot, but it means that front on my features are symmetrical and that draws the eye. So yes, I'm attractive. Boiled down to what the meaning is, I'm attractive based on the fact that front on, I have symmetrical features, it draws the eye. Something about our eye likes balance. I have that. I know what I'm rocking. Okay, let's not beat around the bush. When I see a neckbeard, I don't like them because I know their attitude towards me is that they don't like me either. So on top of the old fat females that don't like me because they perceive me as a threat, even though I'm actually a decent and nice person and would never judge them based on how they don't want to take care of themselves and appear nicer or more pleasing to the eye. That's your prerogative. Do whatever you like. You go, girl. Rock on, sister. But in addition to those people, I've got to contend with some neckbeards. What's happened today? Nothing has happened today. I do work at my slave gig with a neckbeard. He is the nicest neckbeard. He's very, very yucky, but he's a nice neckbeard. But most of the ones that I see and meet are not. I'm making this with inspiration from the latest Rick and Morty thing. Now, I don't watch that shit. I saw the animation. There's certain animation that grates my eye that I don't like. Tends to be scratchy, kind of, whether it's drawn that way or done on a computer or however they've managed to make this thing. That's kind of animation that makes my eye like, ugh, I don't want to watch that. So I was never going to be a fan of it. I have seen but 2.5 episodes of that while I was trying to get laid at some guy's house on a date. But I was on a date and I wanted to impress this person, so I sat through this bullshit that I did not like that much. Having said that, I do have friends that appreciate the show and that are always like, oh, you should try it more, like just watch it. Whatever, I'll do it if they want me to, but it's not my thing. I'm making this because this morning I woke up and saw a bunch of streamers commenting on some text messages to minors or something. I'm not too sure. I didn't get the gist of it because, again, with these types of things, I don't really care. But they showed a picture of this dude. And I'm like, yep. Like, honestly, they legit didn't need to. Like, if they just described the crimes or the apparent things that he'd done, I would have drawn you a picture and it would have looked exactly like it. Not saying he did whatever or he didn't do whatever, but that kind of general look, fat face, no jawline, neck beard, vacant look in the eyes, thinks he's better than you because he thinks he's smarter than you because that's all he's got because he doesn't look good and pleasing to the eye. Yeah. So all I'm saying is if it was true, it wouldn't surprise me. This is like an orbiter who hangs around feminists and just hopes to get laid. And then you find out he's such a feminist, right? You find out later that he's got a criminal record for, SA. In my experiences with neckbeards, and hey, look, I've got a couple of them as friends sometimes, or not right now, but I've had a couple of them. My experience with neckbeards is back in the day, they used to be cute. I love walking down the street and seeing a bunch of them going home to land, like have all their computers joined together and stuff, and all of them had long hair and long nails that are folded up at the edges and yellowing, and they've got a pizza box each because that's what they're going to eat tonight, and they're all going to have a good night, and props to you, go do that. I like seeing that. But a few of them know that if they approached you, they would get absolutely nowhere. And I guess this is what people say an incel is. I've heard that term a lot, but I don't really know too much about it. I guess, doesn't incel mean someone that can't get laid, like involuntary celibate or something? So I guess that's the definition. I'm not too sure, but all I know is that these guys, they can't get you. They think they can't get you. I mean, they maybe can. I've dated a fat nerd before. I fucking love them. Well, decent ones, not the neckbeards. But, and they figure out they can't get you, girls, so they hate you. And they're trying to be intellectual and deep, and all their intellect is, it's very pseudo. So they do things like, oh yes, I rather enjoy that Sheldon show. The show. It's so intellectually barren, and they just come up with facts and everything, and you're supposed to be blinded by that. Oh wow, he's so deep and he's so smart, he gets something out of watching this tripe. Or they try and blind you with science, you know. They try and be smarter than you and try and teach you things about technology or computers or things that you kind of already know or really don't really need to know. And they try and get you that way. And if you're not impressed by them, they try to flirt, and it's very awkward and it's very clumsy. And that makes them seem even sadder. So then you reject them, or you feel turned off, or you don't want anything to go further in the interaction, whether it's friends or something more. You don't want any of that. And so that makes them angry, and then you're a thought, then you're not worth it, then you're just an idiot, vacuous, pin-headed woman. Bit of a rant this video, eh? I just was thinking about it on the way home. This morning when I left, I saw someone else's video about the person in question that runs that cartoon show or made it or runs a game, whatever. The dude, I don't know, I saw a picture of him and I was like, yeah, I know which way you vote, I know what you eat on a Saturday night. Yeah. Congratulations for getting rich and famous. I think that's really good. Go get it. Grift away or have your talent celebrated. But if you're a shitty person, nothing you do masks that. And we're at the stage where we're interacting with so many people online, in real life, on the phone, in texts, in live chats, in games. We interact with so many people. We judge you on par with everybody else. And so if you can't meet that natural equilibrium of things, and you're an outcast in a manner of speaking just based on the fact that you are lacking, why is it anybody else's fault? Just some thoughts. Because, again, not sure this guy did what they're saying or didn't do what they're saying, but based on what I can see, it wouldn't surprise me. Don't want to be one of those people that's asking you to sub and like, but if you feel like commenting or liking, that would help me out. It'll give me the power to do more of these episodes.